Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to be talking about dental sedation deaths. And more specifically, we're going to be talking about dental sedation deaths in the context of dental malpractice and wrongful death claims. Now, these cases are always a tremendous shock for the family. As opposed to wrongful death cases involving automobile accidents or semi-truck accidents, families have no idea. They're not ready to deal with the idea of a family member dying in a dental chair. And so, if you find yourself in this situation, first of all, I'm sorry, and you should never have to go through that. But second of all, you may have legal options moving forward to compensate you and your family for your losses. And that's what this video is all about. So let's dive right into it. The realm of dentistry has seen significant advancements in patient comfort and procedural efficacy, thanks in part to the advent of dental sedation. And while dental sedation has enabled many patients to undergo treatments without the anxiety and pain that can come with dental procedures, it carries with it inherent risks. In rare instances, the use of sedatives in dental procedures can lead to tragic outcomes, including death. Now, understanding these risks and the underlying causes of dental sedation deaths and the legal avenues available for affected families is important. Dental sedation involves the administration of medication to help patients relax during dental procedures. The levels of sedation can range from minimal, where the patient is relaxed but awake, to general anesthesia, where the patient is completely unconscious. The sedatives can be administered through inhalation, orally, or via intravenous methods. Despite its benefits, sedation poses serious risks, particularly when the patient receives an improper dose of drugs or when the patient is inadequately monitored during the procedure. Also, certain patients are at a higher risk of complications as a result of a sedation error, especially when the dentist doesn't properly consider the patient's medical history and the patient's unique health risks. In these situations, the dentist's oversights or errors can lead to issues such as respiratory distress, cardiac arrest, or even death. Dental sedation deaths can occur due to various factors. First, oversedation could cause a problem. And this is where the patient is administered more sedative than necessary. And this can lead to severe complications, including suppressed breathing and heart functions. Another issue is lack of proper monitoring. Continuous monitoring of the patient's vital signs is essential during a dental procedure involving sedation. If a dentist or other healthcare provider neglects the patient, this can delay the detection of and response to an emergency. Inadequate training is also a serious risk when a patient is sedated for a dental procedure. Dental professionals must be thoroughly trained in sedation techniques and emergency responses. Otherwise, the patient can suffer a catastrophic outcome. Failing to properly assess a patient's medical history is another major issue that leads to dental sedation deaths. A comprehensive medical history is vital to understanding potential reactions or complications with sedatives. And it's not just about gathering this information. The dentist needs to study the patient's medical history to fully understand the risks involved with sedating that patient. Equipment failure can also lead to dental sedation deaths. For example, malfunctioning equipment used to administer or monitor a patient's sedation could lead to incorrect dosages or a failure to detect issues with the patient's vitals. Overall, preventing dental sedation deaths requires strict adherence to sedation protocols, proper training, meticulous patient evaluation, and well-maintained equipment. A failure in any of these areas could lead to a patient's death and could serve as a basis for a wrongful death claim. When a dental sedation death occurs, it's a horrifying event for the family. In these cases, the possibility of dental malpractice must be investigated because, as a general rule, people don't die as a result of a dental procedure. Simply put, dental malpractice refers to a situation where a dental professional fails to provide the standard of care that a reasonably prudent dental professional would under similar circumstances, and that results in harm to the patient. So how do you prove a dentist was negligent? Well, to establish a dental malpractice claim in the event of a sedation-related death, the patient or claimant must establish the 4 key elements of negligence. The first element is duty, or duty of care. This is generally very easy to prove because dentists owe their patients a duty to provide treatment in accordance with the standard of care. The next element is breach, or breach of the duty of care. Here, the patient must establish that the dental professional breached the standard of care through negligence or omission. This often involves testimony from an expert witness to establish what the standard of care is and how the dentist breached that standard of care. The third element is causation. Here, the plaintiff needs to be able to show that the dentist's breach of duty directly caused the dental sedation death. And the fourth and final element of negligence is damages. The plaintiff must show that the damage, the death of a loved one, resulted in specific damages such as funeral costs, loss of companionship, and the emotional trauma suffered by the family. So how can a dental malpractice lawyer help in these types of situations? Well, for families dealing with the aftermath of a dental sedation death, partnering with a dental malpractice lawyer is a crucial step because dental malpractice cases are subject to the rules of medical malpractice, which can be very complicated. Your lawyer can help you with things like the investigation. And the investigation in these types of cases generally involves gathering detailed information about the incident, including medical records and any witness statements and any other relevant documentation that can be crucial to proving a successful claim. Your lawyer can also help you get proper expert testimony. Your lawyer will work with you and your medical experts to establish the standard of care and get details from the expert about how that standard of care was breached. Then, your attorney will work through legal proceedings and procedures and handle all the aspects of the legal process, from filing the lawsuit to taking the case to court if necessary. A lawyer can also provide guidance through the settlement negotiations with the insurance company. The bottom line is that insurance companies want to pay you as little money as possible, and your lawyer can help you fight their tactics to get you the proper amount of compensation for your loss. Overall, the loss of a loved one due to dental sedation is an unspeakable tragedy. While dental sedation deaths are fairly rare, recognizing the potential for harm is a critical aspect of patient safety. So dental professionals need to rigorously follow the established protocols for sedation to minimize risks of harm to the patient. And when they fail to do that, they need to be held accountable. Otherwise, someone else could get hurt or killed. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you lost a loved one as a result of dental sedation or any kind of error with anesthesia, that should never happen. And you may have the right to pursue a wrongful death claim. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us if you need legal help. We're happy to give you a free consultation and talk with you about what happened. All you have to do to schedule a free consultation with us is call us at the number below in the video description. Or you can look us up at www.spetsasbuist.com. That's SPETSASBUIST.com. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.